condemned governors sending migrants to various cities across the country, but where should officials that are overwhelmed by the number of migrants coming into their cities and into their shelters, where should they send the migrants?
Well, we have said many times before there's a process, a legal process, and that we are willing to work with cities who are dealing with this issue. What we have seen from governors is that they are using migrants as a political tool. That's not the way to do it. And they're sending migrants, as we've seen the last several months, the last several weeks, they're sending migrants without letting city officials know, without letting the federal government know. And what they do is they call TV news stations to be there to capture this moment and use it as a political stunt. And so we will continue to call that out, but we are willing and open to work with cities that are dealing with this issue, as we have done with New York City, as we have done with Washington, D.C., and other cities as well.
Does President Biden want more migrants to come to Delaware?
I don't even understand that question. But
If President Biden's top domestic priority is inflation, why doesn't he have more to show for it?
So the president understands, and we've talked about this many times, that inflation is an issue, high cost is an issue for the American people. And so he's been very clear about making that his number one economic priority. And he has done the work. And he's done the work with congressional Democrats. When you think about the Inflation Reduction Act, which is going to lower the cost for our seniors, millions and millions of seniors across the country.
But who exactly thinks the president is doing a good job on inflation? Because we've got a new poll that finds he receives his lowest job ratings on inflation, net negative 38 points.
We understand that there are challenges that are in front of us here in this country. That is why the president has taken action to lower costs. Think about gas prices. You think about healthcare premiums. You think about Medicare, again, beating special interests so that we can lower costs, so Medicare can actually be able to lower costs for senior citizens. When you think about all of these steps that he has taken to make sure that that is happening, Republicans in Congress refuse to be partners with us on this. They refuse to help us. You think about the American Rescue Plan that has helped create an economy that is indeed resilient,
And
that created jobs. They refuse to help.
Have the president's economic advisors told him that the general consensus now is that the American Rescue Plan has contributed to inflation?
Look, Secretary Yellen, who is incredibly well respected, as you know, in the economic space, has spoken to this. So I will leave her words speak to that, to the statement that you just made. Here's the thing. What the president has done, the issues that he has worked on, when you think about Medicare, you think about healthcare, you think about energy costs, you think about Inflation Reduction Act, you think about the CHIPS Act, they are popular. They are popular with the American people. They understand. The American people understand what these pieces of legislation that we have worked so hard to get across the line, that are now law, is going to change the lives of American people. Now, is there work to be done? There's always more work to be done. But we are taking the steps to do that. Again, congressional Republicans, they are doing nothing, absolutely nothing. They want to repeal. They want to take away the advances that we have made.
Sometimes you just have to laugh at Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary. I love when she said Joe Biden has done the work on inflation and talked about the Inflation Reduction Act. But I digress. What work has he done other than printing money? The student loan forgiveness, all of the free money for everyone, for everything to buy votes. And then she tries to blame Republicans. Republicans haven't been in office and very close to 2 years. This is a uniquely Democrat problem. And Karine Jean-Pierre just continues to gaslight the American people. But we already know inflation, one of the top issues plaguing every American, right, left, and center. Everyone cares about inflation. Everyone cares about the border. Everyone cares about crime. And all she does is point her fingers and blame someone else. Did you ever think there would be a day when you miss Jen Psaki? I can say I'm there. I'm there because this one, she is the worst. KJP is there not because of her talent, because her ability to lie and gaslight the American people, and that's exactly what Joe Biden needs.